Today on CityCast Denver, 2026 is here. What is in store for Denver? Will robots take over 16th Street? Could the Broncos win the Super Bowl? From restaurant trends to local celebrity couplings, the CityCast Denver crew sat down to share our biggest predictions for the Mile High City this year, plus share forecasts from some of our fave guests. Today is Wednesday, January 7th. I'm Bree Davies, and here's what Denver's talking about. Producer Olivia, Jewell, good morning.
Hello, Bree.
Hi, and producer Paul Karolyi, hello.
Good morning, Bree.
It's 2026, officially. It's been 2026 for about a week now, but we're thinking about what is in store for Denver for 2026. We're going to make some guesses, some predictions on all kinds of things related to the city and beyond. Any thoughts before we dig in, you guys? Anything that you did to prepare for this in particular? I know, Paul, you generally have running lists for these things all the time, but...
Yeah, no, I love this. Making predictions for the year is so fun. I look back at my list for 2025. Some are quite bad.
Really?
But some are
Did you
quite
get
good.
anything right?
Oh, I got lots of stuff right.
Let's revisit 2025 real quick. Okay.
Dirty sodas, I think I nailed it.
Can I say really quick?
Sure.
Keith Garcia and I were at Texas Roadhouse last night, and they serve dirty sodas.
Did you get one?
No, we both decided they sounded disgusting, but you were correct, Paul. They are everywhere.
Maybe 2026 is the year that we try a dirty soda for the
I've
first
had
time.
one.
Oh,
I've
yeah? Do you
tried
like it?
It was fine. It was like a lot of sugar
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
top of already a soda, but
Sounds
it was
about
fine.
right.
Coors is Fashion was another one.
Oh, yeah. For
Which,
sure.
I mean, I saw it all the time. I don't know if last year was the year that it peaked or anything, but it definitely happened a lot.
Okay.
Low THC weed, longer sessions, less pressure from super stoners. That was a pick. I don't know if I'm going to claim victory on that, but I do feel like that's still a trend. Psychedelic assisted therapy, I said, was going to be in. I mean, we saw more and more of those.
You know, I have a friend who I just learned is getting ready to leave her 20-year career in advertising to start her own wellness center. She's going through the program right now to learn how to administer.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you were correct, Paul.
I mean, I predicted construction would be both in and out.
That's a terminal disease here in...
Yeah, that's kind of how that industry works.
I mean, I would make the same prediction for 2026.
That's a really politician answer.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're going to be constructing things and finishing things.
And
safe answer there.
And not constructing things. I don't know if you had burning down a large development in there, but that could be counted as
Oh my
the
God,
opposite.
what's that in my notes? No, I'm just kidding.
So that was helpful, Paul. That's sort of the gist of what we're looking at. The things that we will be bringing to the table this year. Why don't we just get started? Predictions for 2026. Olivia, do you want to give us one?
Yeah. I'm gonna come out with one in a response to Paul's 2025 prediction.
Oh.
I think this is going to come from the governor's office. I think that the governor's office is going to introduce a new weed strain and a line of pre-rolls to boost weed sales in Colorado. This is my prediction because we've been seeing this number go down in the last couple of years in the state. And so I think that Governor Polis, in his weird fashion, is going to put out his own funky strain and some pre-rolls. And I'm calling it now.
It's going to have a Swiftie reference maybe in it or a Dune reference. I don't know. He's really vast with his references. But I agree with you. And this reminds me of his championing of South Park, of the South Park guys buying Casa Bonita. This feels very in line with that kind of behavior, consumer driven.
Yeah. I think Governor Polis is bringing back weed 2026.
I don't know. I don't think Polis is a guy that brings things back. I mean, not to undercut your prediction. I think he's a guy that hops on trends.
I mean, to be fair, though, I originally thought Mayor Mike for this, but then I thought that this might be a little too racy for him, the whole weed thing. So, but I was like, Governor Polis, his whole thing is kind of
business,
not giving a shit if it's too racy. So I'm like, you know what? We're gonna have him do it.
Having bad taste.
Yeah, just doing something that people are like, why are you doing that? So
I mean, he's
Coming out
super
the gate.
pro-business, too. It makes sense to me.
He wants to revive the industry, and he's going to lead the way.
I like it. I like it. Paul, prediction for 2026.
Well, gosh, I made so many. I just wrote them down, and then I was like, I actually want to hear what other people think. So I also reached out to a bunch of friends of the pod, past guests, regular guests, for their predictions, and I have a bunch of those as well. Okay, so this is from Ricardo Baca with the PR and marketing agency Grasslands. He was with the Denver Post for a long time, wrote about weed, now is
Guy
one of the
on the
leaders of
pulse
the
of
weed
weed.
industry. Definitely an industry guy now.
My 2026 prediction is simple. This is the year cannabis gets rescheduled federally, likely to Schedule 3, and Colorado operators finally get a lifeline they desperately need and deserve.
I feel like I saw Senator Julie Gonzalez talking about something along the lines of this too. So yeah.
What did she say?
I think it was something about this, like wanting to get this through too. Because of the
I could see this happening.
Yeah.
Well, we already know Trump is keen on this because he just took some regulations off at the very end of last year. But after I got Ricardo's prediction, I looked at some of the responses to that, and apparently that was pretty unpopular with other top Republicans. Like he got some pushback from Republicans in Congress. So, I mean, Trump is Trump. He's going to do what he wants, and people are going to follow him on the right. I don't know.
Interesting.
Also, the rescheduling apparently that he did, or the descheduling, I'm not sure exactly what he did. I read that that's going to take a long time. So this year for a proper rescheduling, maybe. But that's Ricardo's prediction, and he's in the know.
Yeah, I was like, that feels accurate. One to watch. What about one from you, Paul?
Okay, one from me. The way I like to make predictions is I like to look at trends that I see currently happening, and I look at things that I know for sure are going to happen in the future, and I think about where they will intersect. So one thing I know is going to happen, thanks to City Council and the mayor, is that their new women's soccer league stadium will be built down by the Broadway and I-25 interchange. A lot of people are very excited about it. And other things I know are happening are the Rapids, the MLS team, the men's soccer team out in Commerce City, is doing a whole rebrand. They've put out a survey to their fans, like, hey, we want to change the look and vibe and the identity of the team. And they asked a bunch of questions about the branding, the colors, the location of the stadium. And I think the Rapids, it would make so much sense for them to collaborate with this new team. There's this shiny new stadium in the city. The biggest problem with the Rapids is always getting to Commerce City. The development plans around the stadium never materialized. I think this is a year where we will see the Rapids exploring a move to play home games at the new Denver Summit FC Stadium when it opens in a few years. That
makes sense. Yeah, there was that great series in the Denver Post, I feel like, last year, breaking down how that didn't go well. The Dick's Sporting Goods Park development that you're talking about, that I found really interesting. Yeah, why not? I mean, we're going to have a brand new stadium. And it's going to be available because the MLS is switching their calendar in 2027. They're going to start playing fall to spring, whereas the National Women's Soccer League plays in the summers, the way the MLS does now. So they could totally
offset.
Which would be also great for businesses and everything around there to have that full-time programming.
It would be even better. The city of Denver would love it. No one's making money on those games out in Commerce City right now, except Mr. Kroenke.
And I'll be honest with you, the only other thing I ever hear happening out there is fish sticks. Fish at Dick's Sporting Goods Park.
Which they don't even do anymore. Now they do it in Folsom
and they
Field.
do it at Boulder. Yeah, in Boulder. But that was like the last time I heard anyone talk about it other than for maybe sports. So it'll be, you know what? I'll be interested to see, too, what the fate is of Dick's Sporting Goods Park if it goes the way of the First Bank Center. We'll see. Okay, well, I will go with one. I brought up Casa Bonita earlier. I think they're going to drop the facade that these tickets are exclusive and just say they're open anytime. Right now, the website says open now. Reservations open now through May 3rd. But I went and I looked and I could pretty much get tickets whenever I want. So I think the facade is gone. It will officially be gone, and it will just be like, buy your tickets now. It's not that it's not desirable anymore, but I think that not manufactured scarcity, but the feeling that you couldn't get them it's just not real anymore.
Do you think it'll be walk-in, or do you think it's still going to be?
That's debatable. I don't know if they'd get to walk-in quite yet, but they could, because I literally looked at 2 tops, 4 tops, and 6 tops, and I could get availability on almost any day at any time for any of those. So possibly could be a walk-in situation by the end of the year.
Interesting.
I've been thinking about Casa Bonita as well since they tried that like Day of the Dead Halloween promotion with the big art installations, and they deprioritized the performers.
Yes.
I do wonder where that business is going next. If they're having less excitement about getting reservations from folks and they're trying new things. I mean,
that's a good question.
If anyone from Casa Bonita Corporate wants to reach out and talk, would love to hear what y'all are thinking, how that promotion went around Halloween last year. That was very interesting. I mean, and then obviously the union pushback that they got from the performers.
Yeah, that's another thing I'd be watching. I didn't have any predictions around that, but I would be curious how that plays out, like you said, based on this experiment that they tried, that the corporate side tried versus what the performers were asking for. So
I have one that's kind of connected to this from a friend of the show.
Go for it.
So this is from our regular guest, Joshua Emerson, who works at Casa Bonita as one of the gorilla performers. This is in the realm of immersive art entertainment. He says, you want a hater take? Dirt Immersive. So that's the Denver Immersive Repertory Theater. Ooh. That is opening this spring. He says it's going to crash and burn. He says they've already alienated some good people in the Denver immersive space, and there are a lot of people secretly wishing that they failed, especially since they got $400,000 loan from the Downtown Development Authority, combined with Off Center, the DCPA's immersive offshoot, closing last year. He says there are some good actors and good people involved, but I just have a gut feeling that the lead guys are too savior complex.
Shots fired.
He says he'd love to be proven wrong. He'd love to be proven wrong.
You know, that's interesting. I had some thoughts related to the downtown revitalization project happening with the pavilions. My prediction was that all these cool projects are going to happen, but they're actually not going to take off in the way that the city wants, and the city is actually going to have to start leaning on some more DIY approaches in terms of like opening up some spaces for really affordable studios, some way to bring the artists down to be doing work in that area, the way that some folks would look at the development of Brighton Boulevard. Definitely a catalyst was artists were already there. So that was my prediction, was the city's going to have to take another approach on the arts and open it up a little bit more. But the immersive part, I'm curious. I want to know more about this alienating some folks in the immersive art world here. That's interesting.
Yeah. I have a downtown prediction.
Ooh,
if
yes.
we want to keep
Let's
on
hear
with
it,
it.
Olivia.
Go for it.
I think this year we're going to see AI on the 16th Street Mall.
In what way?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just playing off the fact that Mayor Mike is obsessed with both the 16th Street Mall, the 16th Street, and AI. And so I'm thinking we're going to see like, my prediction was maybe like some sort of like Roombas situation of like going through and like cleaning the streets. I think that those count as, those are robots.
That's a huge topic in the tech world right now. AI and robotics is like the hot combo in 2026.
I think we're going to see, and then like also maybe some of those, like you remember the parking robots, Lotimus Prime and Dave?
I forgot
remember
about
those guys?
Yes.
I could see them putting a little robot on 16th Street Mall as like a little helper.
To answer
They like
questions?
call it a helper, but it's also like surveilling you maybe. Just like to deter crime or something. Because I think that was like part of the point of those little guys in the parking garage.
Yes.
To get you to not do bad stuff in the parking garage.
I love
but
this.
I think that we're going to see something on the 16th Street. I think there's going to be some kind of AI integration, and I'm predicting a robot. I think it's going to be a little street sweeper guy that's there to help you in some way, but also is watching you.
I hope he's wearing a yellow vest like they promised.
Yeah, he's
the ambassador team we never saw.
He probably will also talk to you, and it'll be like, you know how they program the voices on the DIA train? It'll be like, hi, welcome to 16th Street.
Well, maybe they'll use Sunny. Maybe they'll just extend the Sunny brand.
Sunny?
Chatbot.
Oh my God, they've
the city chatbot.
Animated
full disclosure,
Sunny.
A past sponsor of the show, Sunny, and the IT department of the city.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're going to get Sunny on wheels in 2026.
Good. I like that one. That's a good one.
I think that's going to happen.
This is Ian Silveri from the Get More Smarter podcast, the unofficial step cousin podcast of CityCast Denver, here with your 2026 political predictions. Prediction number 1 is that all Democratic incumbents will win their primary elections for their current seats against their primary challengers. Prediction 2 is that Gabe Evans, Republican in the 8th Congressional District, will lose his general election to whomever the Democratic nominee is. And my spiciest and wildest prediction is that Jeff Crank, down in the 5th Congressional District, will lose his general election to Democrat Jessica Killen, who is putting up an unbelievable fight in Colorado's 5th Congressional District. Love CityCast Denver. I know this is going to upset at least some of your listeners, so they can email me at ian@getmoresmarter.com and tell me what they think. Love y'all. Happy New Year.
This episode is brought to you by MultiPass. Founded by event hosts for event hosts, MultiPass lets you sell tickets and memberships and find local events. Proudly based in Denver, MultiPass is deeply rooted in the local event and creative scene. MultiPass has a unique community chat feature that unlocks post-RSVP, so you can build a vibrant community by helping attendees connect and engage. MultiPass solves some of those age-old event issues too. Same-day payouts fix cash flow headaches, and revenue sharing tools let you easily split ticket revenue between producers, performers, and promoters. MultiPass's performer dashboard helps boost attendance with built-in tools to add street teams and track performance. And the membership management tools help build loyalty with your own audience. MultiPass is designed to help everyone in the event ecosystem win, not just the platform. Learn more at multipass.com. That's multipass.com. This episode is brought to you by the University of Denver. The University of Denver is proud to be named one of only 75 dream schools nationwide, recognized for its impressive outcomes, vibrant campus life, and accessible admissions. What makes DU a dream? Close-knit classes where professors know their students by name, customizable academic paths paired with cutting-edge research opportunities, a graduation rate that outpaces peer institutions, and a stunning campus between downtown Denver and the Rocky Mountains that fuels both adventure and ambition. From generating breakthroughs in affordable housing solutions to investing in research as a premier R1 institution, DU's programs and people create meaningful impact. It's where bold minds explore without limits and turn big dreams into reality. The University of Denver digs deeper, achieves more, and dreams bigger. Learn more at du.edu/dream. That's du.edu/dream.
This is the one I'm most excited about
Okay.
because I was thinking about what was hot in 2025 in trends, culture trends. What were people interested in? What were people talking about? It was Chinese pop culture. It was Pop Mart, Labubu, it was bubble tea, it was matcha. The shit that was hot on TikTok was the stuff that was hot and people wanted to do more of. So I looked at what was popular in China this year in the publication called Jing Daily, which is focuses on luxury brands and trends in China. And they report the one thing that I would like, a lot of stuff we already have, but the one thing that caught my eye was they said, quote, village cafes or kunka, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing, have become a choice escape for urban youths. Set against the backdrops of tea terraces and ancient village homes, these cafes mix specialty coffee with rural aesthetics, drawing visitors with promises of slow living and Instagrammable tranquility.
I could see this for sure.
How would that manifest in Denver?
This is Weather Vane Cafe. This is
Okay.
Cottagecore.
Okay.
This is when we accidentally blew up Domo.
That's what I was thinking too, was like the
Mhm.
Domo,
Went
the
viral.
aesthetic that's been there for 25 years. Yeah.
It went viral and people blew it up and destroyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I could
this
totally
is
see this happening.
this is a trend. I mean, I predict we'll have a cafe like this open that tries to sell us on this, or some local business that tries to sell us on this vibe. But generally, the prediction is slowing down is in. Return to
Yeah.
rural, doing less, anti-hustle culture, hustle and bustle, do less. That's what's hot.
Do you think they'll be internet free like Pablo's?
Maybe. That'd be interesting.
That feels like something that could contribute to that slow nature. But
feel
I don't
like
know
this
how.
is something I'm trying to implement in my life in 2026. So I would jump on this for sure. I'm trying to slow down for sure.
Oh, that's a good one. That'll be interesting to watch. I think I would. I mean, honestly, more power to it. I would love more weather vane style cafes. That's a great spot. I'm going to go with something a little bit different. I think Superintendent Alex Manetto is going to leave DPS. That's my prediction. In November, Chicago Sun-Times reported that he was one of 2 finalists in the running to be the CEO, which is what they call it, of Chicago Public Schools. I think Marrero maybe will find something more attractive somewhere else and go somewhere like Chicago or maybe back home to New Rochelle. But I feel like his time here is he's seeming over it. I don't know. Being one of 2 finalists for a large district like Chicago made me think he's not here for long. So that's my prediction.
Once you're in a position like that, you got to start thinking, what is this going to be like? You got to start daydreaming.
He's been here since 2021 too. So it's quite a while.
Interesting.
I've got a couple rapid fire ones.
Great.
Yes.
If I may. All right. This one is that in 2026, nothing bad happens to Biker Jim because he's had a rough go of it, and he just deserves
I wish
some
this
peace
for him.
He just deserves some peace right now, and I just want things to go his way for a while. So
I don't know if I can get on board with that prediction. I feel like he just moved
this
into
is more of a
Avanti,
manifestation.
Right?
This is
Okay.
manifestation. I'm manifesting this for Biker Jim. Just he's had a tough go of it, and I want things to go his way this year. So manifesting that for Biker Jim.
I just want to say too, I feel like we feel this way, especially because we spent a day with him, and it was it was so much.
He's my
fun.
uncle now,
I
Uncle
know.
Jim. Uncle Jim.
It changed me forever. I'm with you. I want a good year for our uncle Biker Jim.
I think we're gonna have a royal wedding this year. Between Lauren Boebert and Kid Rock.
You got that was my prediction. My prediction was not a wedding, but they were going to make it official finally.
I think a royal wedding. I think we're going to have a royal wedding. And I've been trying to think of where they're going to host it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. There's so many good options, but
I mean, I was just at Texas Roadhouse, as I mentioned, and that feels like maybe they could rent it out.
You can get a steak for a good price.
It was delicious. Service was great. I also had this on my list, and but you know what? I think he has a big compound somewhere. I don't know, Tennessee or something.
Can we get the invite, Lauren? Remember that time we were in your kitchen?
Paul, can you call her
No,
campaign?
I can't. I will not be calling her.
And then another quick one is I think that Sloan's Lake is going to hit the bottom in certain points, like in certain areas of the lake.
Interesting.
Like literally dry out?
I don't think it's going to completely dry out this year. I don't think it's there yet, but we already know it's like 3 foot deep.
Yeah.
And it's getting close. And I think there's going to be certain areas of the lake that are going to be like, you can see the bottom, like it's going to be the bottom. So
with the lack of snow we've been having last few weeks.
Yeah, we don't have any snow. There's no snowpack.
Oh, I bet it stinks over there. My God.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the bottom of certain areas of Sloan's Lake this year.
Which,
this summer.
That's not a good thing, but that might even help the cause even more for the folks that are working on getting, raising the money to fix this. It might just make it even dire enough that other folks are like, okay, we really got to support
I'm
this.
just going to tell you, it's going to stink this summer.
Yeah.
It's going to smell.
Yeah.
But okay, those are my rapid fires.
Okay. Paul?
I'll give you my last one, which is my last one is a new Colfax rises. This is going to be the year where the East Colfax stretch, the first stretch where they've built, where they've been doing the construction on the bus rapid transit line, will be completed. I think it's scheduled for late summer. So, I mean, we'll see. Fingers crossed, obviously. I mean, they're going to start moving down. So I think that's going to be really exciting. I mean, I hope that we're a part of it in some way. I mean, maybe our longtime friends of the pod and sponsor, the Colfax Avenue bid, will, maybe we'll work on something together to do something cool.
God, I hope
would love to. But I think we're going to see a lot of new energy on that strip of Colfax. Maybe some new businesses, some new defining something coming along, but not just that strip. What has been missed, I think, is that Aurora is also working hard on Colfax right now. Voters in Aurora, business owners and residents, voted to form a downtown development authority for the stretch of Colfax between Yosemite and Oswego. And that includes the Fox Theater, that strip that's already got Bon and Butter and that other great
Oh, it's
spot.
gorgeous right there.
Like,
It's just waiting.
So much potential.
Monos
It's
Sagrados
so
is
cool.
over there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that could be a thing. Maybe we'll see some money flowing, some new projects. They're talking about activating vacant storefronts, highlighting small businesses, adding new housing, improving existing housing, new trees, landscaping, affordable artist housing. I know you'll enjoy that, Bree. Improving alleys.
I love this in general, this thought, because that part of Colfax is already gorgeous. If they could slow the traffic down a little bit and make it a little bit more pedestrian friendly, like you said, it's already ready. Like, there's a spot to get coffee in the morning. There's a spot, oh God, what was that noodle place I went to that was so delicious? You can get a meal, go to a show. Like, it's all set up right there. There's a brewery. Like, it's ready to go. There's already public art there. There's a gorgeous trolley piece there I love. I can't remember who it's by, but I would love to see this extension of Colfax and attention brought from not just the Denver section, but the Aurora section. That's a good thought.
Yep.
Let's
New
manifest
Colfax
this.
Rising.
I love it. I love
Nice.
it. I guess my last one is a revival of sorts as well, which is, I might be just like wishful thinking, but I think someone's going to move into the Breakfast King and just reopen it as a 24/7 diner. I looked at pictures of it last night. La Reina Azteca sadly closed. They didn't make it a whole year, but nothing about it changed very much. So it feels like it's still a turnkey restaurant. And I feel like maybe I'm wishing enough that someone will just go in and say, okay, Breakfast King, it lives again.
The Breakfast Prince,
The breakfast, yeah, I mean, the breakfast,
the progeny.
I love it. I love it. Olivia, what about you?
I've got two more. I think that in 2026, we're going to see more Excel public safety power shutoffs, which is what happened at the end of 2025 when we had all that crazy wind.
Yes.
Safe bet.
Yeah, so I think we're probably going to see more of those. And then this one's kind of a wild card. You guys talked about this on the show yesterday, but I'm predicting that the King Soopers receipt checkers are going to stop more crime in 2026 than the flock cameras in Denver.
I mean, they're specifically instructed to not stop crime.
Well, I think that they are going to they're going to start stopping the crime, and we're going to have to figure out what how the people who love police have like a thin blue line. We got to figure out what the line on the flag is for the King Super receipt people.
It's just a really long flag.
It's a really
With a lot
super
of
long
lines.
flag with a barcode. It's like a
Yeah.
barcode flag. So I believe in them to
Man.
restore the order and justice to this society.
I'm sad I didn't think about what the future of does anybody have any flock predictions?
That was
I
my
keep
fault.
asking the mayor's office to send me the
Yeah.
contract so we can read what the actual agreement is with the city and the company, and they have yet to send it.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I guess it's just like
So
we
I don't
don't
know.
know anything. We don't know anything. But I mean, I'm just wondering, based on pushback in other municipalities as well,
Yeah.
what that's going to lead to for the rest of the year.
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter I was following in Boulder and in Longmont. There was some big protests.
Yeah.
There's a city in like Mississippi that said no to their contract. Their leaders changed their minds after protests. So it
Well,
has
that's to be
happened. I don't know.
tracking.
I mean, the mayor said he wanted to do like a 5-month extension, I think. So like April, May would probably be when we'd be talking about it again.
We'll ask him directly.
Revisit this on 420.
Yes, appropriately. Well, these were all great. I think we touched on a lot of different topics. I think my biggest hope is that we get to see Lauren Boebert and Kid Rock come out as our people, as our most famous couple at that point. It'll be finally we have famous people.
Exciting.
Okay, Paul, give us a couple more from friends of the pod before we finish up.
Okay, congressional candidate Milat Kiros, recent guest on a Friday in December. Milat was so fun. She had one prediction, and then I asked her for another one. Her first one was, I'm predicting record voter turnout in the midterms, not just as backlash against Trump, but for a new era of Democrats that finally offer something to be excited about, not just settle for. Which I thought, maybe, record turnout in the midterms. Okay. I think that was the politician's answer. And then I was like,
Yeah.
wait a second, Milad. We had you on and we talked about that cool hat that's popular in China that just says the word Colorado
that she has.
that she had owned 2 years prior. So I was like, what's the fashion trend of the year, Milad?
True, I want to know from her.
You know.
True.
And she says, I think that might have been a fluke. My fashion sense doesn't extend much beyond my uniform of a basic tee and cardigan. Ha ha ha. So she's downplaying it. That's nice. But then she gives a great one. If I had to guess, though, I'd say we'll probably see a return to bright, loud colors. Feels like folks are finally tired of the beige minimalist trend we've seen the last few years.
Yes.
I love this. Yes, please.
Y'all can't see it, but I live in a maximalist household.
You're a Maxinista. I would love to see that. I would love
Thank
to
God.
see people embrace
Thank
color.
God.
Love it.
Good one.
Okay, let me give you another one. This one's on food from our past guest, freelance food writer, and now novelist Allison Reedy. I loved this prediction. She says, I think we're going to see smaller portion sizes at restaurants for a couple of reasons. One, costs.
Ozempic?
And two, Ozempic, exactly.
Yeah.
With 14% of Americans and growing on these new weight loss drugs that steal your appetite, I think we'll see restaurants giving us smaller portions.
Interesting.
Less food waste.
Great prediction.
This is an interesting prediction. Never mind. I clearly have Texas Roadhouse on the brain. I'll continue.
You're like unlimited rolls.
Literally, Keith and I went through 3 baskets of rolls last night before we ate dinner.
Good.
But maybe that's just our personal problem.
Well, yeah, I think Ozempic makes it so you do not want to eat 3 baskets of rolls. Sad.
Any more, Paul?
Yes. Westward editor Patty Calhoun says, flush with victory in Venezuela, Trump troops will go forward with January 31st attempt to break out Tina Peters, the convicted election tamperer here in Colorado, who he's been trying to force Colorado leaders to free. That's a scary one. She goes on, Trump will also invade Greenland, Colorado, which apparently is a small town here. She says, possibly during the Tina Peters operation. Big prediction from Patty.
Wow.
The Tina Peters operation makes me want to throw like a themed party with like...
I'm hearing a band name, the Tina Peters Operation. Sounds great.
Yeah. I want to go live
Hardcore
during
band.
that.
I got a bunch of politics ones, but honestly, like they all were just predicting. Everyone has the opposite predictions of each other. There was
Sure.
I think it's too early for like the midterms and the primaries in June.
Yeah.
I think that Valdemar Archuleta is going to run for something. I don't know what, but I think our guy is going to be up there doing something.
Not going to be running against a get. Maybe something.
I think he'll do something. I think he's not done in the spotlight.
I agree with you.
I've got one more great one. Denverite editor Andy Kenny and my good friend Andy.
I was going to say your bestie.
He says, single family homes lose value. Maybe not by a lot, but in likely only comparison to the post-pandemic peak, but it's enough to launch a new chapter of Colorado growth discourse, definitively tipping the balance from, quote, damn transplants to, quote, hey, why isn't anyone moving here?
There was just a story in the Post today about this. Not about the home
is
value,
Denver
but
the
about
new New Jersey?
Yeah, is Denver the new New Jersey? Is everybody dying to leave here? They can't get out of here fast enough. That's interesting.
That story was based on a survey from data from a
moving company,
trucking company, and apparently, according to that company, 2025 was the first year that Colorado has been listed as a high outbound state since 1990.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I think this is a good prediction too, because the thing we're seeing now is homes just being pulled off the market because they're not selling. So I think that is the next step. If you got to get out of your house, you got to drop the price.
Maybe I will own a home someday.
You could,
Maybe.
Guys.
I feel like the internal dynamics for Colorado too is interesting because I think like Denver is going to people are going to be moving out of Denver, but maybe to like smaller towns. I've had a couple of friends last year who were like moving to Fort Collins or wanting to move to Greeley.
Yeah.
Like just for the value of it.
Totally. Or even, somewhere a little bit closer like Brighton, which is like less than 30 minutes out, but definitely more affordable. Commerce City's been still having a lot of development happening. That'll be interesting to watch. I love a real estate prediction. I don't think we really had any. That's a good one. Nice work, Andy.
Okay, one last one.
Okay.
This is a good one to end on, I think. Green Chili correspondent here with us at CityCast and the reigning Denverite from our Denver Awards in December. She predicts, and also, by the way, she is running for something. House
Justine
District
Sandoval,
5.
yes.
She says Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl.
Honestly,
Wow. Justine.
I mean, Paul, you've been on the Broncos beat. How do you feel about Justine's prediction?
I was thinking about predicting the opposite. I was thinking about predicting that they're going to lose their first playoff game. They've been looking
Someone
like
needs to
caca.
watch someone needs to rewatch the Elway documentary and get jazzed about it, is what it sounds like.
I watched it and I felt the opposite of jazzed. That was such a phony documentary. We should talk about it more, but it was a terrible documentary. Very fake.
That's a show for another day. I love Justine's prediction just for the hopefulness. I'll just be honest. It would be it would be nice
cool.
for us, especially. It would be nice. It would be nice. Well, we want to hear from you too. What are your predictions for 2026 for Denver and beyond? Give us a call on the 2026 predictions hotline, 720-500-5418. Again, you can text us or leave us a voicemail or shoot us an email, denver@citycast.fm. Let us know what do you think is going to happen for Denver in the next year. Paul, Olivia, this was so fun. Thanks, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Hey, this is Denver City Council member Sarah Parody, and my prediction for 2026 is that data centers are going to become a pretty big public issue for us in Denver, and there's going to be a lot of debate and conversation and concern about how much energy and water use are going into those things and how we do better with that.
CityCast Denver, this is Denver City Council member Darrell Watson representing all of the fine District 9. These are my 3 predictions for 2026. To everyone, Happy New Year. But my first prediction, specific legislative impact. The tip credit bill will pass Denver City Council in support of Denver restaurants. My second prediction will be a statewide, but specifically city impacted. Denver will be awarded to host the Democratic National Convention. Yay us. And finally, a regional impact and 10 plus years in the waiting, Colorado and the Rocky Mountain region will have the Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos in 2026.
That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed this show, why not take a minute to tell Kid Rock about us? Rate the show wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to our morning newsletter and learn more about us at denver.citycast.fm. Oh, and you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Denver neighbor today at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See you later. My name is Kid. Ball with the ball. Maybe they'll play ball with the ball at their wedding. Maybe he'll perform ball with the ball at their wedding. I wonder if there'll be media passes to the Bobert Kid Rock wedding. I wonder if she'll take his last name. It's Richie, I think. Mrs. Lauren Rock, to you. Did you know CityCast Denver has a perks program? Every week, we're highlighting some standout deals from our favorite businesses in town to help you support local and save some money. It's a win-win. Here are some highlights from this week. Visit any Topo Designs retail store and mention this ad to receive 20% off your purchase. Some exclusions apply. But you can get this deal through February 1st, 2026. Or saddle up for an intergalactic adventure at the Adultiverse Space Rodeo on January 17th, where you can experience the worlds of Meow Wolf Denver transformed into a 21 and up psychedelic party. Use code GIDDYUP for $4.20 off an Adultiverse ticket. Offer available for redemption now through January 17th, 2026. Or check out Green Door. You can pre-order a curated cannabis box for your next Denver trip. Includes edibles, snacks, and local accessories, ready for pickup. No stress, no lines, just a better trip. Use code DenverPerk for $10 off any experience box. To see a full list of participating businesses, just visit denver.citycast.fm/perks. It's a great way to check out new restaurants, shops, and events in your city without breaking your budget. And I think that rules.